Hey guys, Nick Kosko here. Friday Night Live is this Friday, first show. It's week 1 of the football season. You gotta be excited for high school football. There's a lot of things to talk about coming up this Friday. It's gonna be me and Max Ryle of the Press of Atlantic City giving you all the scores and updates throughout the entire night from 6 to 10 p.m. right here on 97.3 ESPN. A couple things we have to go over though. The PowerPoints, let me tell you, the PowerPoint formula is outrageous this year. They're using the same system as years past, but they're adding in this new mathematical formula. We don't know what it is, nobody knows what it is, and it's going to remain to be seen of how it's incorporated. Maybe it's strength of schedule, maybe it's quality of opponents. We just don't know where this is going to come from, so it's going to be a big factor in some of these early games when we look back on week 1 when it's 6 weeks from now. Other things we got to talk about, the teams scheduling other teams out of state. An example right here. Let's look at St. Joe's. St. Joseph and Hamilton scheduled a team from Connecticut and throttled them. Now, what does this mean exactly? We'll talk about it on Friday, but it seems like these powerhouse teams, like a St. Joseph, are looking at getting teams that are powerhouses in other states just to improve their quality of schedule, just to show they mean business. Maybe it improves their national ranking. Who knows what St. Joe's wants to do this year, but I think it's a very nice idea for other schools, maybe private schools or public schools, to go out of state and play these teams in week 0 like they did last week. Some big games we have to look at this coming week. Absegami and Mainland are playing over in Northfield. That's going to be a huge game for the Braves and the Mustangs. The Mainland's looking for a bounce-back year after really struggling last year, but Absegami looking to improve upon that 5-5 record. It's going to be a huge matchup, biggest game of the week, and I think we have to name game of the week, right? There's other games like Lenape and St. Augustine. We have to look at that. 2 powerhouse schools, public versus private. St. Augustine lost to State College in Pennsylvania last week. Lenape looking for another strong season. There's just 2 powerhouse teams, public versus private. It's going to be a big matchup this week. Ocean City, EHT already won their first game this year from last week over Atlantic City. EHT only won 2 games last year, looking for a return to the postseason for the first time since 2010. Ocean City 7-3 last year. They're looking for more improvement. They had their best year ever last season, so it's looking, or at least in the past decade. So Ocean City needs to basically keep the momentum going. This is their first game of the year as well. And finally, when we look at Atlantic City, both teams coming in 0-1. That they have to avoid an 0-2 start. Neither of those teams can afford to lose 2 in a row, and it's really going to put them in a huge hole, especially since they're in the powerful playoff groups like Group 4 and Group 3. You just cannot have teams like that go down 0-2 to start early in the season. Otherwise, they're going to be digging out of a huge hole. So make sure you catch it on Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. Friday Night Live with me, Nick Kosko, alongside my co-host Max Ryle of the Press of Atlantic City. It's going to be a huge night. First week of the season. We'll give you all the updates, wire to wire. It's going to be a great night of high school football. Make sure to tune in then, 97.3 ESPN.